Hello and welcome to Slamfire Radio, episode 453 for April 28th, 2022. I'm one of your hosts, Adriel.
I'm another host, Hef.
I'm another host, Mo.
And it's me. I'm Kelly.
We've got the whole crew here today
We
for
do.
your enjoyment, dear listeners and viewers.
Okay.
I was gonna say personal pleasure, but that wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't. But hey, I was listening to last week's show because I only listen to podcasts now when I do my drives. Anyways, so I'm listening to the introduction to the show, and you know what I said? Did you guys listen to it?
Not all of it, but I did hear the
there,
introduction.
but
Okay. So I said it was 2021.
Oh,
There's all these little Easter eggs in all my shows.
I like 2022
I'm going,
has
what the
been
hell's
better
that?
than 2021 so far.
So far.
So far.
Yeah.
I haven't.
no,
you know
so
what?
far,
So far it
definitely.
has been.
But 2021 was a very, very low bar, though. It's
I think even 2020 wasn't all that great.
Well, 2020 is an even lower bar.
Yeah.
no, I think it's we're more fed up by 2021. Right? I feel
pre-soured.
I feel people were even more bitter and angry last year.
I'm less bitter now.
Yep.
And less angry.
No.
Yeah. There's matches. I'm happy. We're all good.
I hold on to my bitterness like a
Just let it do. Just
like a
bottle
woman
it up.
like-
Stuff go.
Bottle it up. Bottle it all up.
See? Yeah, and remember when we said that you kind of look like Trevor, and then you're actually starting. You really are. So if you're bottling up your bitterness, you're right on track.
I'm waiting for the bottle rocket to blow.
If
You
you're
know
not bitter, you're not alive. So
in 2022, thank you very much. In Canada.
Awesome. Well,
Anyways.
what we did in Guns this week is brought to you by the Calgary Shooting Center, Canada's premier firearms retailer. Right now, I want to show this gun off. They have the Rokin Bx1. I think it's a Turk bullpup shotgun. I think.
Correct.
There's a lot of different versions out. I'm not sure what this one has that the other ones have, but they look neat, and I always like showing off weird-looking guns. So, Calgary Shooting Center has that if you're looking for a weird gun.
Okay.
Is bitterness the reason why Mo lives in Quebec? I think that's a chicken and an egg kind of a thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like which came first? Probably the living in Quebec, if I had to.
No,
guess.
I moved here. I moved here bitter. I did.
Okay.
Also, it's just Eastern Canada in general.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe.
Kelly, you want to take us off first?
Nope. Typing.
Typing? Okay. Mo, what have you done?
I can
Gun
go
and Guns
first.
this week?
I can
Yeah.
go. You continue to type, Kelly. So no matches last weekend, but I signed up for 2. I registered this week for CTM, the local match in Montreal. That will be this weekend. I'm going to go tomorrow to help build and then shoot Saturday. And then I signed up for our Barry's match in Ontario. It'll be the first time I go there, so that'll be a new place for me. I was told by a listener that it's a good range and they do good matches. So thank you, Chris. And so looking forward to that. For this weekend, I reloaded my small batch of ammo, so it's ready. It's ready to go.
Ready to rock.
And then I actually wrote out. Since most of the schedule is out for IPSC, Ontario, and Quebec, I wrote out all the matches I plan on attending, and I'm at 20 just pure IPSC matches. And there's one range, Stittsville, that hasn't released their matches, and they usually do 2 or 3, I believe. So it's probably going to be 22, 23. So if anybody's listening from Stittsville, please tell them to put their matches on the calendar, please, and thank you. So that's going to be good, and it's pretty much. I think it goes to. I did it till about beginning of October. That's 23 weeks, and I think I'm shooting like 19 or 20 out of the 23 weeks, and that doesn't count the shotgun match, Kyle's shotgun match in August, and then I am going to do another maple seed. So I kind of did it for that reason too, because I wanted to see where I would have a weekend available, because I did not want to do it like last year, do like an IPSC match on the Saturday and then do the Maple Seed on the Sunday. I just found it too exhausting, like in the middle of summer. And then to tie into that, I've been researching to get a better rifle for it. So I have been eyeing the Great Birch LDR. So I'm looking at it. I haven't bought it yet, but I am.
Asian.
Yeah, I'm scoping it out. Yeah, just because I figure I can make better adjustments, and then I'll feel more comfortable with it. So
yeah, and you'll be able to work with it before you come too. So work with it.
Yeah,
in a specific position. Like in
because I felt with the 1022, I was just like, even though you guys did a great job of helping, like to put the padding on it and stuff, I still felt like it was moving around on me, and I was struggling to keep my cheek in there, and so to get a good hold. So that's that. And then I did, since there was a match coming up this Saturday, I've been dry firing all week. It's usually 20 to 30 minutes. I did a little bit more
Good for you.
this morning. Basically draws and mag reloads and stuff. And then I do some transitioning stuff. Not a lot of movement stuff, just basically static. But I find it helps anyways with the reloads and stuff. And that's really it for me. How about you, Cal?
Well, since I wasn't on last week, you'd think that I'd have a little bit more, but so last weekend before, actually, we worked on the range, and it is pretty much done. Both rifle ranges are done, filled with dirt. We've contacted the CFO, and now we just recently heard back from them, and they're kind of internally, we sent them some pictures, and they're internally deciding whether they need to come up or not. So I'm hoping within a couple weeks we'll have some news on that, on whether we can open them or if we have to wait for them to come up. And
hopefully you don't have to wait.
Hopefully, yeah. That's the hope, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm thinking less than 2 weeks we should know. Yeah. Working on shotguns when I can. I got actually a number of them on the go now. So Mo's is one of them, trying to get all the mods done to that one and get that one out. A few more things to do on that, but not much. It's getting there. And I'm gonna be shooting a sporting clay match this weekend.
Sweet.
So,
we're at
Nice.
right here. The Cabin
Wapiti?
Fever Classic. Yeah, Wapiti.
Okay. Cool.
And so definitely do the main event. I'm thinking they're gonna have a Canadian field sporting side match set up, so I'm thinking I'm gonna try that, see what that's all about.
Okay.
And I don't know, maybe the True Pair game, see what's actually there, but I'm not gonna do a ton of shooting. Like, I'm not gonna wear myself out this weekend, because the Cabin Fever Classic is really bad for just, you fill everything up and you end up shooting too much. And yeah, other than that, like Mo's talking IPSC, and reminds me I do need to renew my IPSC membership, so I can actually see when IPSC matches are and start making plans to hit a few of those.
You didn't renew your membership?
I haven't yet. It got extended, and yeah.
Yeah.
Main game's 3-gun, IPSC supplemental.
Yeah, I know.
But I would like to get some IPSC in. Like, I gotta get some training in, because Battle of Alberta's coming up, and I'm going to be shooting my Zev for that because of their awesome TAC Ops letting me use a slide ride dot on there. So I got to get some time behind the Zev to...
I believe UML went to having red dots on TAC Ops now as well, right?
Actually, they went really interesting. You're allowed, in TAC Ops, you're allowed 2 optics, and you choose where they go.
Oh,
Cool.
That's neat.
So you could just put them all on your rifle. You could put one on your shotgun. And yeah, it was really interesting how they did it. I kind of like that.
What are you thinking?
I would still put it on a pistol. I'd put the
me
dot
too.
on the pistol. It's, yeah. But, like, I mean, I've gotten used to I got 45 irons on my rifle. So while a 45 dot would be nice, I've actually gotten quite used to, I've been forcing myself to use the 45 irons in competition just to get used to them, and it's been working out great. So
Nice.
So yeah, other than just spend some time with the Zev, and especially now that I got the new trigger in there, I gotta really get to the range and send some rounds down and get used to it. So yeah, but other than that, that's it for me. How about you, Kelly?
So done a couple of things actually. So on Tuesday night we met with the She Shoots podcast committee, women's committee for QSIF met. We've actually already released it, so I can tell you guys who's going to be on episode 5. It's KDEX sponsored Lauren Strauss. She's the lady that shot 3 Mile Shot a couple of months ago. So she took her KDEX rifle out to 3 miles, which is awesome. So we're going to be talking about long range shooting, extended long range shooting, obviously, and then also PRS is part of that as well. She's starting to get into the PRS side of things, and she's really new to that piece of it. So it's going to be exciting because we're going to follow her and her process through it too. So that's episode 5. That's going to be on the 12th. 12th of May. So join us for that. I went to the range twice this past weekend. So on Saturday, I was supposed to take a group of ladies that were part of a bridal party. They actually canceled, like I mentioned, but I did take a couple of friends, female friends, out to the range, and they had a great time. And then on Sunday, I went out to FRPC again, and I did the new member orientation. So we brought in a bunch of new shooters, and then this weekend that's coming up, we're actually bringing another group as well. So yeah, it was lots of fun. I took care of the rifle range. For some reason they want me on the rifles. I don't know. Anyways, and then I signed up for my first IPSC match of the year, which is exciting because I have not shot anything and have not done anything with pistols since last year. And I have my membership paid up. I paid up when I got my first reminder, and that was funny because what was happening was I was trying to register. Anyways, long story short, they spelled my name wrong, and they said that I didn't have my membership. They have me in IPSC Ontario, has me twice, once spelled correctly, once spelled incorrectly. So anyways, I have paid my membership. I am doing my first match of 2022 with nothing. I haven't practiced, dry fired, or anything, but it's on Friday night, so it's going to be awesome.
Just wing it.
Just wing it.
Yeah.
Then I volunteered. I told them if they needed anything help on the weekend as well, I'll come out and help out with that too. Or the new members, if they need me in the new members, then I'll help there. But anyways, so I'm going to be at the range this weekend. Shoot
under your alter ego. If you got 2 names on there.
That's true.
Get DQ'd on the Not Kelly.
That's correct. Anyways, I did. So it's going to be 6 qualifiers and 1 stage in the steel stage in the bunker, so which is awesome. It's gonna be fun. Anyways, and I paid my membership fee for FRPC, and then also Wednesday night skeet night. Was supposed to do it, but it was stinking windy yesterday, and it was cold too, like super cold. So we bailed on skeet night, which is unfortunate. So we're gonna go back on. We're going to go back next Wednesday night, but I have to pay my membership there too. So it's like bleeding money, but that's okay. What else? We did. So last night I released the 2023 Gunny Girl model call out for the calendar. I posted it on our Facebook page. If you have anybody that would be interested in supporting the CCFR initiative for raising funds, because what happens with those funds is we get more women into shooting, and we're sponsoring our PAL courses, we're sponsoring Lady Day events, and then we're also shooting female hunts and everything like that. So we need as much money as we can. So this is our fundraiser for the year. Message me or get people to actually apply for it. Go to the CCFR, my page, whatever, or even Sunfire. It's on there too. All the details. The other thing that I did was I met with this guy. His name was Mo. Anyways, on Saturday.
Hello.
Sounds sketchy.
Yeah, he was kind of sketchy. Anyways, kind of cute too, though. We had drinks, and we did a ammo exchange in the parking lot, and then we also watched basketball too. So I have a new peep that likes basketball. It's awesome. So I'm super excited about that. Yeah, it was a fun time. So it was good to see Mo. That's me.
The parking lot exchanges are the best too. So
yes they are. Yeah. Anyways, and so that's me. What about you, Adriel?
A couple of things. I was getting sick last week, and I thought for sure it was the Rona because my kid was sick like all week, and he was really mopey about it and like complaining and I don't feel good and just I'm like, oh man, it's the Rona. But it wasn't. It was just a cold. I was done in like 2 days. I tested. There's nothing. Yeah. I got a new webcam, so I've been like. I was monkeying around with like my digital cam because my other webcam was like a work webcam, and now I'm in a new area and I'm using a different computer setup. I tried my my digital camera thing, and it wasn't very good, so I just got another webcam, and I think I might add a couple more little webcams. Anyways, I'm messing around with my setup over here. I also set up my control panel. Maybe I could just reverse it right there. Kind of hard to see because of all the light, but I've got a little bit of a control panel going on, so I can like adjust my lighting and do weird stuff. I've got some room for expansion in there. I want to set up like some like red and blue ones in the back for like highlighting guns, and I'd like to get like a 12-volt like a on-air sign over there, so I don't have kids knocking on my door when I'm obviously like on a podcast or recording a video or something like that. So I'm going to get like an on-air sign, I think. And I've been setting up drop ceilings, so I'm just putting the racks in the T-bar right now. That's going to go in shortly. That should help with the echo a little bit, although right now, like it's not very echoey in here. I've got the I got those puzzle piece tiles down for flooring. Actually, that's new since last week as well.
Yeah.
So that's the flooring, which is like a fakey wood green puzzle piece thing. Really nice on the feet, like way warmer than the crappy carpet I had before. But no, and that was an Instagram suggestion. No sooner I put that down, someone had mentioned, oh, I did that, but then whenever I put my chair on it, it just wrecked the stuff. I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to put a chair on this. So just before the show, I went and got like one of those big plastic floor mats you get from Staples.
Yeah, for the office.
Clear ones you'd put in your office back in the day. And yeah, I got one of those so it doesn't dent the stupid floor too much. Although it probably still will. Whatever. Yeah. It's replaceable. These are like $15 for like a pack of them from Walmart, so it's not too bad. Oh, I should keep spares. I'm going to keep spares so that when they go out of print, I've got a whole bunch extra in case I like gouge some out with gunpowder accidents or, solvents or it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. I should have spares. Control panels in, got some videos published. Wrangler, the 1X Cyclops and the boy editor is working on some others right now. Show us your guns behind you. I don't have that many behind me right now. So when I've got them all, that rack is almost going to be completely full. And there's going to be a bunch of guns up there. I had my wife in here the other day to show her the drop ceiling. And she's like, oh, are those all yours? Or like some of those for review?
Oh, just wait.
Guess you haven't seen them all out at the same time, have you?
You're storing them for a friend.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep the door locked, I think.
No,
no, secure.
That's the last time you're allowed in the room.
No, what you're going to do is you're going to put a wine rack in there, and then it'll be fine.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No, you can't. I am going to be homebrewing some wine. I've got all the stuff for it. I just need to go get one of those kits, one of the juice kits from the winery places. But and then I'll have room for a wine rack in here though. This is like all gun stuff. Maybe suspended.
There you go.
Yeah. And then I think I might go to the range this weekend and shoot some guns. Maybe I'll shoot the CF98 finally. I've got the reg cert for it and everything. So I can be like all on the up and up. Got all the stuff. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I don't really have any long guns I want to shoot particularly. Oh, I do. This guy. I have this Maverick, and I've got a 308 barrel sitting on the floor right there that I want to swap into this guy, take the 6.5 barrel out, and then shoot cheap ammo with it. Lots of cheap ammo.
Nice.
This guy. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll have to prioritize that for tomorrow then. Because I have a garbage load of 308 ammo. I like that. That's in 6.5. My hunting rifle's in 6.5. But if I look at my ammo cans situation, I have a shelf of 308. I've got like a ton of it, whether it's like surplus or like that Nork steel case stuff or Hurtenberger, or I got some like battle packs of some kind, and I've got a whole crap ton of commercial ammo as well. So I got a ton of 308. I need a 308 barrel on that thing, so maybe I'll spin
If
that.
the RCMP are listening, this is he doesn't.
I clearly shoot with it for fun,
That's
for
Yeah.
funsies.
Just say you have to start competing in heavy metal.
I'm gonna be doing some stuff with my WS. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I was looking around for those MRX Bison mags, those 20 rounder bolt action mags, and found a couple. So I had a buddy of mine snatch them up, and I don't know where I'm gonna get them, but looking forward to that. I think that's all for me. I think that's everything. Lots of home reno stuff, lots of boring like non-gun stuff, but always making progress every day. Stocked. Well, you know, Brandon, at the for where we're at right now, so many people are spending loads of money on a ton of really expensive ammo, and I don't want to do that. Lock the exposure. Fine, I can do that. I have something over here where I can just say auto white balance. Nah, I'll just. Oh no, wait, it wasn't the white balance. It was the brightness. Exposure.
He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. Anyways,
it's going to be an awesome little gun room for you in the next little while. Once you get down the lights in, and
Yeah.
you'll never
looks
come
like
out.
it.
more lights, and yeah, almost there.
Cool.
Let's look at upcoming events. Upcoming events is sponsored by Telos Alpha. Telos Alpha is a Canadian digital agency that works exclusively in the firearms vertical. They help with business processes and websites and whatnot. Learn more at telosalpha.com. Events. We have a ton of Maple Seed events. They're all like selling out. Last year wasn't like this. Year before wasn't like this.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen it like this, where it's just like, yeah, we've got a ton of events. They're like all sold out.
Well, there's some with
Good.
still 1 or 2 spots or 3 spots. So it's hit and miss, but most of them are selling out as soon as they're released to the public.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. There's a couple in Saskatchewan that still have some spots
Yep,
available.
that's true.
Saskatchewan Landing long rifles has a couple spots available. And there might be a couple opening in Grand Prairie very soon.
Yeah.
Very soon. Mhm.
So if people are interested, we keep getting messages. BC, Saskatchewan, Manitoba as well. So stay tuned for those. Those are going to be up and out.
Oh, I'm supposed to
pretty soon.
release Chilliwack tonight.
You're supposed to, you're supposed to relax. Not relax. You're supposed to release a couple of them tonight. I think you have one for Ontario that I wanted you to release too, but I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. Anyways, so we are having more and more events added all the time as well. So if it's sold out, you might have some more that are coming out soon in a drivable distance. And I say drivable because some people are saying, well, you know, are you coming to this place? And I'm going, well, that one's sold out. So why don't you check and see what's around you? If it's like 2 hours, hop on it, or 3 hours, hop on it, because that might be the last event for this year for that area. We have so many events coming up.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Mhm.
BTSA is doing this cool thing. So BTSA is running a 3-gun event with Chaz, kind of like alongside Chaz at the BTSA range. That's May 15th.
That's
Registration is on Practice Score, and it's going to be a good time.
So is it up
filled up?
BTSA?
It's up. It should be up. I
No,
was looking.
Filled up. I expected it to fill up.
It is no. There's still spots available for it.
Okay, can I get clarification? Is it at Chaz or is it at BTSA?
at BTSA.
Okay.
Chaz is
But
still
is it-
having their county bay thing going on with permitting.
Okay.
BTSA is, and Chaz was supposed to have a match in
All right.
And
April and May. Likely not going to have either of those. So BTSA is like, why don't you guys come down here and we'll do some 3-gun here. So
That's awesome. That's nice of them.
and you guys are running it, right? It's just they gave you the range to do it.
no, they're
I thought-
running it with like Chaz people as like ROs and that kind of a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a collaboration. It's really cool. Like I think
I think we should do more of that if we can.
yeah, I think like BTSA has run 3-gun events in the past, but they had since the OIC they've been running mostly like 2-gun events.
Okay.
Just to like make it easy for people to kind of join in 2-gun events that would also have like an IPSC portion. So if you just brought your pistol, you could just do it with your pistol, kind of a thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I really like how they're getting back into the 3-gun thing because they need more clubs in the Calgary area to run 3-gun matches. We need more clubs everywhere to run 3-gun matches. The 3-gun's awesome.
Three gun, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, or not Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta. That's where the hotspot in Canada is. Out here, not so much in other areas. So
There's some
It'd be
events
nice.
in
there's some, not many.
in Ontario, yeah, and I bet you they sell out pretty quickly,
Yeah.
or they're just hard to find out about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be nice.
Yeah, you guys have to just drive it down to Michigan, I hear, to go to your 3-gun events.
Yeah.
Well, I'd actually be okay with that.
Where were we? Cabin Fever Classic. This is a registered sporting clay match at Wapiti Shooters Club, April 29th to May 1st. There's going to be a bunch of weirdos there, so go to wapitishootersclub.ca for more
There'll be a
info.
few weirdos, yeah. Just a few, yeah. If people are on the fence, Saturday, I heard, is going to be an amazing supper. It'd be a
You
whole
heard? Or are
hog.
you making it? Oh, you didn't.
I'm not making it. No, actually, this is one that no one at the club is making it. It's actually catered, and they're
Wow.
doing a whole hog.
Sweet.
A whole hog.
It's
Yeah.
the whole bug.
The
Got a whole
whole
hog on it. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
And yeah, it'll be a good
Cool.
weekend.
All right. Ladies' Days. If you want to do a Ladies' Day, reach out to Kelly, and she'll help you put it together. You can get her at slamfireradio@gmail.com or info@firearmsrights.ca or send her a
me.
message on Facebook or I
Yeah.
don't know, something.
There's
You'll get there.
There's a ton that are happening over the next little while. We got we have a really cool one. So Sherwood Park is doing a Mother's Day one on Mother's Day.
Nice.
And ladies get to shoot for free. And we're sponsoring it. So CC4 is sponsoring it. I think it's a really good idea. Take your
Very
mom to the
good.
range. Isn't that really cool?
Very cool. Yep.
Yeah. So that's one of the ones we're sponsoring a lot of them over the next little while.
I didn't realize that I booked over Mother's Day with the Maple Seeds coming up next weekend.
Oops.
But
Uh-oh.
both events filled, so those people didn't get any issues. Maybe,
so send the marriage counseling bill to Maple Seed. Send it. I have a feeling it might be happening.
It's going to be alimony, and that's not going to be a counseling bill.
You're gonna lose half your guns. That's not good.
Well, as long as it's half of that many, that's fine. Well, it's different than that. All right, news. First bit of news. We don't really have a link for it or anything like that, but IBI is taking over Ultimatum Precision.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Ultimatum Precision was based out of BC. Like, I heard the name, I heard the
did too,
dues,
yeah.
I heard about all these things. I heard that they were like supposed to be amazing and custom and all that kind of stuff. I didn't hear a lot, and then I don't know. I think they were having like some production or quality issues or something like that, and now IBI is taking them over.
So I did reach out to Ryan, and Ryan said he'd be happy to come on the show once they have assessed what's going on there and get things up to IBI quality standards and get things going out. And he did mention on his post that if anybody has ordered anything through them, that they will honor anything that's in the pipe and everything. So, but yeah, good quality companies taking that over. So it's nice to see that and those rifles are fantastic. They're really good. So
Good idea, I think, right?
I think so too.
Yeah.
It makes sense. They're right there, right beside each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hope they keep going on the weird stuff, like crazy expensive precision 22. Yeah, keep doing that kind of weird stuff. PRS 22 that's like $2,000, but like amazing. Yeah, that need in the market is not filled.
So just Doug is mentioning that Annie Oakley is on at BTSA. Doug, I'm not going to give you a call. We can still talk, but yeah, we are on it. So yeah, we're going to be sponsoring that too. Or I can give you a call, whatever. Or we can chat on through Facebook on our live stream
As we're doing the show.
as we're doing the show. But yes,
That works too.
we're already on that.
Yep. Awesome. This was kind of interesting to me. So Walther released the PDP-F series. It's their PDP series, but for females. They put a couple of things in them. I don't think this is pandering. This isn't like they made it in 380 and made it pink. I think they actually like put some thought into this because the features on it look like something I would want to put in if I was to build a pistol for my wife. Like the trigger is further back inside the trigger guard, so you can reach for it a little bit better. They changed the serrations, which okay, great. The slack is the slide is easier to rack by 20%, so it's a little bit lighter to pull back.
Yep.
The reduced grip circumference, so it's a little bit smaller of a grip. It looks like the kind of stuff that they should be putting on like a series of handguns for youth or female shooters. I don't mind it. Yeah.
A lot of manufacturers, I think that they think that if they put something out in Tiffany blue or pink, women will buy it. And a lot of women actually won't because of that. But this is something that somebody will get into, and it's also a quality manufacturer as well. So I think they're on the right path
for sure. Yeah.
I've heard good things about the PDP.
Yeah.
I'm liking that they made something that was like very purposeful and not just pink or blue.
Yeah. I appreciate that. So yeah. Okay.
Awesome. CCFR Legal Fund Foundations, donations. If you're looking for a way to help the CCFR fund their upcoming court battle, send the money to firearmrights.ca, and that's an EMT. Or convince your club to just do it if they haven't already. Most of them have. Like we've listed all the clubs I know as donors in there. A lot of clubs like have an MO of donating some amount of funds to some sort of nonprofits. Like a lot of them will donate to like local kids clubs or marksmanship or that kind of a thing. So for a lot of them, like donating to the CCFR makes sense. And a lot of them stand to fail if that kind of thing isn't supported. So
especially with some of the new things that people have been talking about, like how much would a handgun ban impact your local club?
My local, like one of the club meetings that I was at recently for one of the clubs I'm in, what did they say? 70% of the people don't even step foot on the property. Like they don't scan in for the whole year.
Yep.
And a lot of those guys they have a restricted handgun. They like it. Maybe they want to shoot it sometime maybe they go to competitions. Maybe they just don't. Maybe they just have it and they just want to keep it. And you have to be a member of a club to do that kind of thing.
Right. So if you're talking about 70%, what is that going to financially? How is that going to financially impact your club?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's a very high amount of memberships that are like that. It's actually good for everyone else at the range because the ranges get all this money from people who never use or never abuse the steel or anything like that. Imagine if everyone who had a club membership went to the club every week. They would be nuts. It would be just a complete madhouse, right? Even once a month. If all of the members went once a month, it would still be a madhouse. Steel would be like you'd have to be replacing it every weekend, and everything would just be like chewed up and So it's a good thing that those guys are all paying for the rest of us to do all sorts of cool stuff at the range.
Good point. Yeah.
So support the CCFR. Let's see if we can overturn this. I'm not going to say what it is.
Because it's not a nice legislation, handgun ban. Yeah, I mean, the Ontario Liberals are running on handgun bans, but unlikely to win. It seems every policy they're coming out with right now just doesn't seem to be like hitting at all. The handgun one didn't hit at all either. I saw on, believe it or not, on the Toronto Sun, they were criticizing, saying like, this is a bad move. Like you shouldn't even be doing this. If the Toronto Star is criticizing you for
the Sun is pro gun, not pro gun, but these fair. The Star is not. The Star is a communist newspaper, 100%.
Pretty much. Yeah. And
no, it's true. It's true.
It is true.
It's 100% true.
Most from Toronto, so he knows everything.
No, the Star it's basically the CBC in print or online.
Oh, they've had some recent articles that have been critical. So
yeah. Anyways, very interesting. Yeah. Let's get on to new gun stuff. New gun stuff is sponsored by Bolt Action Coffee. Soundfire Radio is a brand ambassador for Bolt Action Coffee. Coffee is roasted in small batches, and I don't know, it'll get you all jittery and stuff. So send it to your house by going to boltactioncoffee.com. and use discount code SLAMFIRE and drink a pot of it every morning. I usually drink a pot of coffee.
Oh, I think that's the minimum.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's really good for your blood pressure, I hear. And then you need to like crank the tinnitus up just with all that blood pressure, just pump it through you. I saw a couple of interesting things on CGN. A lot of them were Iron Guns. Iron Guns just seems to be like bringing in a bunch of stuff, or maybe they're just advertising more on and posting more on CGN, but they have RDBs there that are in Canada, Canada legal, $1,100 US. That comes to 1,400 Canadian. That's good. That's a good price.
And then with the shipping, it ends up being $1,500.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. They're local to me, so
okay.
I don't know. And then the other one they're bringing in the Psa Ps9 Rmr Dagger. This is a Glock-ish pistol that it's got like an optics plate on it. It's kind of like a Glock Gen 3, but it's not a Gen 3, but it uses some Glock parts in there. And it's a PSA pistol. This was announced in SHOT Show, and I don't know. I mean, if they can provide value with it, I think they might have a winner. Iron Guns is going to bring some of those in. Are they pre-ordering? No, they're just saying they're coming in May, so they're going to be rigging those in. And the last one, Iron Guns is also bringing in the Bursa Thunder 380 with a threaded barrel. That's good to go for Canada. $300 US. Pretty cheap.
Yeah, that is cheap.
Is that really the only 380 that's available here?
New?
No, there's
I don't
really see any other ones. There are? Okay.
There's that Browning 1911 that's in 380 that you can get. Okay. Yeah. It's just like, I guess the bigger question is like, why? Because if you have to have a certain length barrel anyways, then why go with like a more expensive, smaller round when 9mm is cheaper and more available and whatever.
And do not mix them in with your 9mm. I hate when there's someone shooting 380 on the range.
That's it. That's
you learn to feel it on the decapping. You learn to feel when there's a 380 there.
So go to a match and shoot. Actually, yeah, I've seen. I saw a guy shooting a 3-gun match with a 380. It would not knock down anything. It was terrible for that.
Okay.
When I first realized that someone had gotten in, I shot a match and one got in, and I had to take it. It wouldn't extract it.
Really?
Yeah. Because for the size of that load, it was basically, I think, almost like a compressed load, and it seized in the chamber, and I had to grab a knife in the middle of the stage and pop it out.
Really?
The tactical eject. I need a tactical extractor.
Nice.
And it was great because it was one of my best friends' piece of brass we were out shooting, and so I gave him grief over that.
Awesome. All right, let's get into listener feedback. We have a lot of we posted about getting people out to the range, and we got a lot of feedback about that. So that's what we're going to cover today when we get down there, because there's a lot of people.
There was
that
a lot of
have
people had
about,
opinions.
how to take people to the range and the right way of doing it.
Yeah.
Listener feedback is sponsored by Armory DC Gunsmith. Armory DC Gunsmith is a full-service gunsmith who specializes in firearms refinishing. He offers hot bluing, parkerizing, and Cerakote finishes, as well as wood refinishing. Check him out at dcgunsmith.ca. And he's in New Brunswick, if you care. But he takes the online orders anyways, so
Yes.
because it doesn't matter where he is.
No.
Exactly.
On Facebook, Doug was asking if we've seen the latest CCFR video on the Ontario Liberal Plan.
Yeah.
It's only 1 minute. No, I haven't seen that, but we'll check
provided
that
the
out
link.
afterwards and share that.
Yep.
Getting some people complaining about the star, which it's well deserved.
Well deserved.
And that's one last ticket for Stittsville.
That's it. So Richard, you're coming he's coming all the way to Stittsville, which is in Ottawa. Okay. It's exciting that you're coming. I'd love to see you, but maybe we're going to have something closer to you. But then again, you know that you want to get a seat. So anyways, it's always good to see him, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be quiet.
Let's get into some emails. Hef, do you want to take this first one from Fedor? Fedor? Let's pronounce it as many different ways as possible.
Okay. Hi there. My 2 cents. I provide the ride, safety equipment, electronic earmuffs and eye protection, all the guns I have, and unlimited 22 ammo. I do ask for range gas money, or range pass money.
Mm-hmm.
I provide a few rounds of bigger calibers for free to try out, but if the guest wants to use a whole pack, I charge for it. I have a set of fun reactive targets with zombies and such for such occasions to keep it fun, and I make it pretty strict with safety protocols. It went great before COVID times, but I do hope to get it going again soon. Most of my guests have pals now. Cheers.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, I think that's actually what a lot of people, so the feedback that we were getting from whatever form, whether it's on Facebook or through Messenger or anything like that, a lot of people were doing exactly that. They were basically comping people they were providing the equipment, the training and everything, or the lessons, safety lessons and proper technique. And then they were providing unlimited 22.
Mm-hmm.
And some people were comping all of it. If there was a gas pass money needed, or they were saying even the bigger calorie burgers, so we would eat it as long as we knew, somebody's getting into it and is happy about it. And the ultimate goal would be for them to become PAL members as well. So, or PAL holders.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Fedor's an actual, I know who he is. He's an awesome guy. So
good
for him though.
Yeah.
Yep.
And definitely strict on safety protocols. You have to be to get that instilled right away.
Yeah.
Well, it changes people's perceptions of gun ownership, right? And no longer is it like twirling your handgun on your finger and like shooting the TV when you want to change a channel and that kind of thing. It's like, now these guys are like really strict about safety. They're really strict about PPE. It's like I put on the safety gear. Like it's it's very good for setting like a really good understanding of what gunnership is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That we are.
Good question from Russ.
Mm-hmm.
Does your rifle pistol range have daily fees, and do they charge for targets or provide targets?
The only range that I regularly go or semi-regularly go to that has targets is Bonnieville, and it's so interesting. It's like on the honor system. You like get into the clubhouse. They got some targets there. You put down your loony or toonie or whatever and buy some targets. They also have also on the honor system lead sleds, which I think is amazing because
nice.
That's nice.
When I bin up my stuff to take to the range, like the only thing I don't like putting in the bin is my big heavy rest because it's gonna go in the bin with all the other stuff. So if I had a rest that was at the range, that would be really nice, especially a quality one. Sometimes sometimes at ranges you'd see like the scissor jack rests and that kind of thing. And it's like, okay, well it is a rest, but like not nearly as nice as mine. It's nice when they have like a nice heavy rest that you can use. That's really neat.
At our range, our range, we do have guest fees, or just they're called actually day use fees or daily fees. If you're not a member, it's like, I don't know what it is, it's like 15 or $30 a day. And that give 15 bucks for shotgun, and if you're pistol or rifle, it's $30, and you have access to the whole facility. And as far as targets, we do sell targets. Like, it's like $7 for 5 big paper targets, or whatever ones you want. And that,
I think that's cool. Yeah.
At my club, so the Rifle and Pistol Club, we do not have guest fees, but you have to be there with a member, so it's not a public range you can just walk onto. Any of the targets there, if you do actually take them, it's on an honor system as well, and it's super cheap, just won't get down. But over across the street at our Skeeton and Trap Club, they do have a fee for, it's $10 to shoot a round of skeet. And so, but you also have to be with a member too. So
okay.
So, but it's $10 for guests, and they encourage it too. So
that's cool to hear that your clay fees there are basically the same as us across the country, because we just put ours to $10 a round for clays.
Yeah. So it's so that basically covers clays and that. So yeah.
That's
you pay your membership a year, and then I buy a card, and it's 10 for actually no, it's $5 a round. Sorry, totally lied to you.
$5 a round.
Yeah. So the card is $50, and there's 10 punches on it, and it's 1 punch per round.
Oh.
So it's cheap.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that. Maybe they'll raise the price.
Yeah, because we're $10 for 25 plays.
Yeah. Anyways, that's my club ish. I think the closest one is Stittsville, that's public, where somebody actually is a PAL holder, and they're not a range member. They can go there and they can pay for it, pick up targets and that. So just
I don't know of anything like that around here, other than like the tourist ranges, like Wild West and that kind of thing. But that's RSO on
whole
you
other
the whole
monster,
time. Yeah.
Just depends on the city and not. I know a bunch of them around here. Like you have select shooting supplies where you can walk on. There is down there's Calgary. You have the Calgary Shooting Center, and then you also have the Shooting Edge. Yeah, it just depends.
Indoor. The indoors like always have to take guests, because it's like they can charge a lot for people to come on, and they can do it as like a fun thing, right? But like for regular shooters, like you need something a little bit more economical, I think.
Yes. So Richard's talking about Silverdale. That's another one that's here as well.
Free paper targets, guest day fee, triggers and bows, no targets, plus day guest fee. I don't mind a day guest fee, because it like, for just one member to be constantly bringing like 4 or 5 people out with them, they're using more space in the range, and I think like that represents that happening. They're adding more risk.
It encourages membership too. If you're gonna end up shooting a lot, it encourages membership.
Yeah, you're not always coming as a guest, right? So.
That's the problem. So one of the reasons why we have in Ontario, all of our ranges aren't accepting members. Well, there's a few that are, but most of them aren't accepting members, because they put the cap on, and they don't want people to come on, or they don't want to do events, because they said, well, our membership is capped. Why we won't be able to offer people spots? And I'm going, but if we have more people shooting and we're allowed to bring guests, that means that more people are understanding that shooting's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
True. I think like events are good for the membership too, though, right?
Yeah. No, it is. Right.
Yeah. I think I don't know if events are actually even a good way of getting membership up. They're a good way of getting awareness, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think a range that has a lot of a particular kind of event might get membership because of it. Like if you have a range and you have like an IPSC event every month, you're probably going to get a bunch of members who are IPSC members.
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Especially if you're charging a guest fee to shoot those events.
Yeah. So for my little area, so we were doing the Napanee Ladies' Day every year, and we would get the local press, radio, media, everybody to come out, and it was spreading the word. And we were selling out those events within like 2 minutes with 100 people on one day and 100 new ladies on another day. I think that's actually what it's all about, as opposed to building the membership for the range. And it also the outreach too. Like, for example, you do your three, the which hospital is it? Adriel?
Stollery.
Stollery.
Mhm.
Like, how much money have you given to Stollery?
I think we passed the $30,000 mark, because we're like, they have
Nice.
different levels that they show for donors, and we're in the 30K plus.
Yeah.
And the public
Well, yeah,
outreach
I think
is just amazing.
you guys have done at least 3, and every year it's at least 10 grand, I think, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
And then we had the
that.
charity shoot in Drumheller too, where it was all the money that was raised was donated to a women's shelter, and then also to the local SPCA as well, which is awesome. I think those are the types of things that actually will get people on side too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyways, I digress, but whatever.
Let's get into
get back onto it.
Yeah, let's get to that. What's your guys' luck on getting guests to get pals? My luck is actually not very good. I usually I used to take a lot of people from work, which were I guess like progressive minded people. I think that's my industry is pretty much progressives, left leaning, and most of them wouldn't get a firearms license, but would now appreciate, like, oh, I get why people would need that. 2 of them got pals.
Well,
but
let's do more.
that's from taking like probably 30 people to the range, something like that. Yeah. What's
My-
your guys' hit rate like?
My one-on-one's a little better. So yeah, the people, my one-on-one taking people to the range is it's pretty good. But the ladies' day events, I would say about 20% maybe get them, and then
That's still really good.
It takes another event for them to finally get into it, saying, okay, you know what, I really, really want to do this. But they typically, when they come to the next event, they'll bring somebody else with them. And so it's that perpetual, do you know what I mean? It keeps funding or feeding that. That's why I know I'm preaching to the choir, but that's why it's so important to have these ladies' days and to support the groups that have them.
For sure.
Yeah. And then also like the range days that we're having on November 4th, and go and do it. Anyways. Okay.
No one I've taken has gotten their pal, but some people that in the industry that I'm in, that I've talked guns, or they know what I do, or that I'm into, they've like recently got their pal. So I was very happy about that. So
nice. I guess up here, there's not many people without their pal. I've taken a few people out shooting, and they've gotten their pal, and we've bought guns, and before they've taken their course or whatever, and okay, well, you want to buy a shotgun? Okay, I'll keep it at my place, and when we go out, I'll make sure I bring it out until your pal comes in, kind of thing. So, I mean, my percentage is pretty good, but most of the people I'm shooting with either just got their pal, or they've had it for years, but now it's actually starting to get interested in actually shooting more often, not just the couple times a year they go hunting, or they got it just because of this heirloom or whatever.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool that many people there have their license. That's awesome. So
the more rural you get in Alberta, the more, like, the higher the percentage of like everyone.
It makes sense.
Having their
It makes
pal.
sense.
Yeah.
Every baby born, there's a new pal holder.
In the rural areas. Yeah. This next one's from Bren. Mo, do you want to take this one?
Sure can. Hey guys, regarding the question of bringing guests to the range. 1, no, I never seek reimbursement for ammo costs. At that point, it feels like using the range as a money-making side hustle. For the love of the game, people may offer to buy dinner after or a gift card, but never an expectation. That's good.
Yeah.
2, ahead of time, I ask the potential shooter where their interest lies: hunting, trap, action pistol, precision pistol, rifle, or just I want to do something cool. This helps me choose what sort of firearm to bring and what part of the range to bring them to. Are we punching paper, plinking plates, breaking clays? 3, as a preparation, I make sure they've got some idea of what to wear, footwear, outerwear if outdoors, no slippery poly nylon for long guns, etc., and to pack whatever they need for comfort. Anything else like taking an
Analgesic
before before if need be. Then
Joint
the preparation.
medicine.
I wasn't expecting that.
Medical joints.
Yes.
Joint medicine.
Yeah.
Okay, joints, got it. Then the preparation of expectation for noise levels, recoil, physicality, and their behavior, where we will meet and when. Safety instruction is iterative, building point by point, and on the day of. Memories are short.
Yep.
They're 5. They're also reminded that they can bail at any point if they're uncomfortable. No judgment. If you'd like me to call in, let me know, Bren.
You didn't have to read that part.
That's okay. That was a well-written email with some fancy words in there.
Yeah.
He's very structured.
Yeah.
Very
so Bren
structured.
is the president of the Winnipeg Revolver and Pistol Club. Personal friend as well. Anyways, but he's absolutely right. Build it and structure it that way so they know what to
very
expect.
good.
Yeah. So typically I send out an email like if I arrange it well in advance, a couple of weeks out, and then the week out, and then a couple of days with reminding them about, okay, here's the weather forecast, here's what to bring, here's what you need to do. Make sure that you're, dressing in layers, bring eyes and ears. If you don't have any, you need to let me know so I'll prepare for it, all that. And Brent is also a fantastic instructor as well. So just to let you know. Thanks, Brent.
Cool.
Awesome.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, and the next one here is from Ken. Hello, sorry, I sent the last email by mistake before it was completed. I assume this is the full one then?
Yep.
Awesome. My name's Ken, and I was wondering what everyone's thoughts are on the classification of a Winchester or Marlin Trapper's saddle ring carbine.
Mm.
Winchester has made them in 12, 14, 15, 16, or 18-inch barrels. Marlin made them in 15-inch barrels, as far as I know. The Trapper's Carbine, or Carbine if you're from America, was made for trappers who require a large caliber and a lightweight, short, repeating firearm configuration. Most of the manufactured Trapper's Carbines went to South America or Australia. There are limited quantities in North America. Winchester first introduced the Trapper's Carbine in the model 1892, which is most encountered in the 15-inch 44-40 configuration. Marlin Firearms first introduced the Trapper's Carbine in the model 1889, with only 367 being manufactured. The next known Marlin model to be configured with a 15-inch barrel, to my knowledge, was the model 1893, with only 61 being manufactured. Currently, there are 3 for auction in the Rock Island auction, May 13th Premier Firearms Auction number 85. 1 Winchester and 1 Marlin, both with 15-inch barrels. They have both been lettered and are accompanied with an ATF exemption letter.
Sweet.
Which is, I think, the important part there. My grandfather obtained a Marlin 1893 with a 15-inch barrel back in the late 70s and early 80s. And this gun has been passed down to my father, and one day it will be passed down to me. They also have a 100th year commemorative of the 1893 Trapper's Carbine with a 15-inch barrel that was made in 1993. My father had them both registered as non-restricted firearms in the 90s, but I can assume the government never caught the 15-inch barrels. We still have the registration cards that state they were registered as non-restricted, even though we don't need them anymore. I can assume the answer with today's botched government, but is there any type of exemption letter that I could apply for, as this is a historical, very desirable, and collectible set of firearms? What's your thoughts on the classification of these rifles? I do not want to apply for collector status and subject myself to periodic searches either. From Ken. The 15-inch barrel and the fact that that's like a problem in the U.S. Is he American or Canadian?
I have no idea. I would assume
this doesn't matter
ATF,
in Canada.
Yeah, with the ATF exemption, I would assume that he's.
Well, he has registration cards that said non-restricted. Those are Canadian terms. So I'm going to say Canada.
So these wouldn't be restricted regardless, because they're not like, you got to think about your OAL, right? Your overall length. Like they make Ken, if you want an example of like what's non-restricted these days, or still non-restricted, look at the Mare's Leg. Mare's Legs have like 12-inch barrels and like nothing for a stock, and they're perfectly non-restricted. They're legal.
Yeah.
So I don't
Lever
think
action, same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think with a 15-inch barrel, like if they're semi-auto, yeah, there'd be some problems there. But for a lever action, I don't think it's going to matter. I think they'll be fine. They'll be odd, like they're a bit of an oddity. And if they were in the U.S., it sounds like they'd be pretty pricey. You'd be sitting on a little bit of a gold mine there, but no real risk, I think, in Canada. Yeah, so I don't think you need to do anything. I think they're just non-restricted and weird.
And you got that backup with the old paperwork as non-restricted. I mean,
That's true.
how much that, right?
I think, like, if you were
I don't know
really
how much
worried
help that
about
would-
it, you could find a verifier and be like, yo, is this non-restricted? And a verifier would be able to be like, yeah, that's non-restricted. But if it's like a manually operated gun, you haven't chopped the barrel, it came from the factory like that, the OAL is longer than 26 inches, you're fine.
Yeah.
Send Denis an email or a message. Denis.
Denis?
Denis is a verifier.
Yeah.
So send him a message.
Yeah.
Yep. He'll help you out.
Awesome. I think there was a couple, like quite a few more people on Facebook and that kind of thing who had commented about taking people to the range. And most of them, if I'm going to sum this up, most of them just pay for it.
Yep.
They just pay for all the things, right?
Right.
Okay.
Very few said that they would charge a person. More people want to, exactly that. Sum it up. Majority of people said, 99% of the people said, no, you know what? I'm not going to charge anybody for it.
Good.
Yeah.
I think that's fine as long as you don't take a pile of people to the range. If you're like in the practice of taking lots of people to the range, that gets pretty expensive.
It does.
And I think for first time, I like your drug dealer analogy there, Mo. First time's free. After that, it costs money.
After that, it's,
Yeah, and I think that I like that as well, and I do that. If I'm taking someone and I took them the first time, they know how much it costs because I'll tell them on the way back.
Yeah.
And if they go again, they know what it costs, and a lot of times they're just like, "Hey, can I give you, $50 for ammo or whatever?" And that's fine. Yeah.
So I wasn't on last week, but that's basically I don't take like if it's their first time, I'll provide the ammo. Yep, meet up. I'll bring out a bunch of stuff. I'll bring out the ammo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only gonna bring out ammo I'm willing to just dump and get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not gonna make myself cringe because of how much ammo's out there, but I'm not gonna short it either.
Mm-hmm.
Next time, hey, mind pitching in for ammo? Like not even paying for it, but like, hey, do you mind pitching in for it? Like, yeah, absolutely, we'll go out, but do you mind pitching for it?
Yeah, cover my cost. I buy it cheap, cover my cost. I'm not gonna like ding you like gun range prices on it.
You're not
a rental, but
you're not marking it up, right? So.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's head on down to. There was something on other Facebook reviews, but maybe we hit that last week. Nothing from Patreon or Instagram or Facebook or any of that kind of thing. But if you want to, go to Facebook and, I don't know, review us or something like that, and we'll probably read it on air. If you're not into the Facebook, email us, slamfireradio@gmail.com. If you're not into email, I don't know, call us, do some sort of smoke signal or talk to us. Find us in real life. No stalking, though, please.
Carrier pigeon?
No knocking on the door and like just being like, yo, I
IRL.
want to talk about that thing.
Knocking on the door. Literally, somebody just knocked on my door. That's why I laughed. My dog was starting to freak out, and there was nobody there. It was odd.
Where they probably were disagreeing with you, but then you said something else on there, and they're like, okay, and they left
I'll
again.
leave.
They walked away.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of people in real life. Richard, that's you. And I'm able to say,
Real life's good.
I got
and
some
Mo.
coming up.
It was nice to see Mo.
It was nice to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Patreon, if you'd like to help support the show, head on over to patreon.com/slamfireradio. And we've got some new patches, some new big patches. So we can send you some of those.
Are those coming up anytime soon?
I guess I could like mail them. Not this week. Maybe next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyle.
Yes.
Hey, Kyle.
Yes, Kelly.
Those hats that came in November, are we getting them anytime soon?
Possibly.
All right.
I shipped him last Sunday.
Oh, did you? Did
I
you?
did.
Oh.
That's awesome.
So both you and Mo should get yours next week.
Awesome.
That's assuming it's gonna make it to me. So
Kelly will.
Yeah.
But
It'll come
I
to
can
me,
tell
but
you
it
the
won't come to
price,
Mo.
the shipping price difference. Like, you guys are within driving distance, right?
Yeah, 3 hours of each other.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The difference on shipping, holy cow!
Was mine more expensive?
No, Mo's was because it's out of the country. It's international.
Nice.
Duties,
That's
fees.
like-
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it was almost double the ship to Mo.
Huh.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was standing. I'm pretty sure they're only a few hours apart.
Yeah. You could
Yeah.
have sent. You could have
You
sent
could
it
have
to
sent it
Kelly,
to
and
me.
yeah,
I-
and I would
And
have
then I
picked
could
it
have
up.
given because I'm going to see him this year.
That's why I didn't do faster shipping. I did expedited. So
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for
was-
doing that.
Thank
no
you.
problem.
It's exciting. I get hats.
At the very latest, you'll get your patches in August.
Thank you. Yeah, when we come there.
Well, when we come to the yeah.
Okay.
Did you send me some patches?
And things.
Some rifleman patches?
Oh, yes, you? Yeah, you need some, don't you?
Yeah, I need some rifleman patches.
Do you got
We got 8 riflemen at the last Maple Seed. I
Yeah,
was at.
whatever.
Like, I
That's
thought I was going to be
amazing.
good for a couple more events.
You
And then it was
said a
like,
couple. You said midsummer.
this guy's like Slade. Yeah, I gotta,
Are you going to be okay for the next week?
I'll let you know.
Okay. I
I'll
hope
let you
you
know.
are.
I mean, at the
We'll
worst,
take care of
I'll just have
business
to get
after.
some
Why don't we
mailing
close the
addresses
show?
and I'll just.
I
I'll
have
put 'em
I
in
have a
the-
lot of Maple Seed stuff if you need it.
Yeah,
a
he
lot of Maple
does.
Seed stuff.
In his car.
Oh, okay.
We were doing the parking lot exchange. He's helping me out.
Back road
Montreal.
couriers. We got some bootleggers here.
Yeah.
Getting those targets across the country.
He literally
Mo's
has
the
a
mule.
car
I'm
full of
muling. Yeah,
targets.
it's my side hustle. Drugs, muling, everything.
Guns.
Slings.
Targets. All right. Let's get into shout outs. Kyle, you got something written down there?
Yeah, now that we've kind of seen the end for the rifle walls at our range, I would just want to give everybody who's put any amount of time in a shout out. Thank you. I'm not going to bother trying to list names because I know I'll forget somebody. But thank you to everybody for helping get that done. We're in that last leg, just waiting on CFO. So
Awesome. I want to give a shout out to Taylor and the guys at BTSA that are hosting that event. I think it's cool. I'm glad to see 3-Gun again, and I think it was a really neat thing to do.
I
Yeah.
have shout outs.
Go for it.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Steve, who was able to get me into the match this weekend. So thank you very much. And also to all the ladies that are going to be helping out this year with calendar and spreading the word about that, and everybody who's actually helping out the there's a whole bunch of Ladies' Day events that are coming up both in the next week, 2 weeks, and yeah, so exciting
Awesome.
times. Yeah.
Cool.
Exciting times.
Mhm.
All right. Check us out on Gunners of Canada. Like us on Facebook. Join the CCFR. And we'll see you next week.
Okay, one more shout out to Mo for taking this stuff to Montreal. Thanks. Bye.
Oh, you're welcome. Bye.
bye.